All right, we're going to be starting on page number 19, a 1 and a 9, with lesson 1.2, count and write 1 and 2. So how can you count and write 1 and 2 with words and numbers? So we practiced this last time a little bit, but up here, this is what we call a cube for our math. Sometimes you'll see them together in a cube train. Other times they'll just be single cubes like this separated. So how many do we have here? Just 1. So the picture is going to match our numbers, which matches the words. And last time, if you remember, this is 1. O-N-E spells 1. Say that again with me. O-N-E spells 1. So up top, we're going to practice with our number poems as we go through and say our numbers and write our numbers. So we have up here the blue dots. We always start at the top or where the blue dot is. Pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way we make a 1. Mine was a little crooked, but that's okay. Again, pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way you make a 1. Go ahead and just do these with me as I'm doing them. Pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. Pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. I'm saying it over and over again because the more we say it, the more you'll memorize it, and you'll be able to remember what different numbers look like. Pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. Now we're going to do our word 1. So if, remember, our little house here, we have our house, our attic, and then the basement down here. All of our letters today are in the house. None of them are up in the attic, and none are down in the basement. So O-N-E. Now let's move down here. How many blue cubes do we have? Let's count them. 1, 2. And then our 2 rhyme is, see if you can remember it without me. Make a candy cane, and then we give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. Make a candy cane, give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. Give it a candy cane. Make a candy cane, give it a shoe. Make a candy cane, give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. Make a candy cane, give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. And our word 2, T-W-O, say it with me, T-W-O. If we have our writing house here, we have an, ooh, I just broke my crayon, oh no. That's all right, still colors, I'll use this itty bit of it. So we've got the attic, the house, and then the basement. You do see we have one letter that goes up into the attic. It's the first one. The letter Timothy T. Tiger says T, T. Our T, W, O. Awesome. Next page. We see 1 blue cube and then all of our 1s again. So go through. If you want, you can pause it because I'm going to keep going. You're going to trace all your 1s and practice saying your poem. Pull down once and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. Pull down once and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. And then here we're counting the red cubes. We have 1, 2. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. One thing I want to show you, I know I've told you, you follow the arrows, and where the blue dot is where you start. So make sure you're not starting with the shoe down there. We're not giving it a shoe and then coming back up, being sneaky up the back side with our 2. We are starting up here. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. make a candy cane, then give it a shoe. Got to start up top. That's the way to make a 2. All right, so now it says count and tell how many and write the number. So how many jugs of, it says paint. So how many orange jugs of paint do we have here? Just 1. So I want to show you something. I'm going to use a pencil now because I'm going to do it like an oopsie the first time. Am I going to put my 1 like that? Say, no way, Jose. No way, Miss Medja. You got to start from the top just like you do up here. So you got to start all the way here, even though it doesn't have that blue dot for you here. This is where you get to practice on your own. So try your best. You go up at the top where the blue dot is. There's not a blue dot, so just pretend up there just like there was up here. And then you pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. And I'm going to just erase my little oopsie there. So if you want to use a pencil now, because you're not tracing anymore, you're not following the dotted lines on these ones, you're going to be doing it on your own, so you're going to need a pencil. And then how many paintbrushes are there? Let's count. 1, 2. So just like up here, we just did a 1, 2, 3, 4. We just practiced 6 of them. Notice here with our 2, our dot is a little off to the side. It's not right on that top line. So we're going to start over here. I'll put a little dot there so you can kind of see where I'm starting. And then you're going to make a candy cane and give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. Good. Now on this one, all you have to do is count how many there are in each picture and write it on the line with a pencil, please. So that way, if you accidentally mess up, which it's okay, you saw I did, or if you're talking and you accidentally scribble or something like that on, you're like, oh man, I'm supposed to write there, you can erase it. Easy peasy, and I'll never know. So we have 1 pencil box. So start at the top, pull down once, then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. I even am going to do that again because your 1s shouldn't have multiple lines in them. So you don't want to go back and forth like this. That I would say, oopsies, try again. That does not match our number rhyme. So pull down once and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. How many glue sticks? 1, 2. So we're gonna make a candy cane and give it a shoe. That's the way you make a 2. 1, 2 markers. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. Oopsies, I see my video there is getting a little blurry. Let me bring it down a little bit. There we go. How many pairs of scissors? Just 1 pair. So pull down once and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. 1 thing of paint. Pull down once and then you're done. That's the way to make a 1. And how many glues do we have? 1, 2. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. Now, it says draw to show what you know about the numbers 1 and 2. Write the number beside each drawing. So we're going to write the number on the lines here. So what we're doing for, this is going to be for, this is all number 11, but it's split up because they want you to show number 1 up here and number 2 down here. So we talked about before, you could show it just by writing the number, or you could draw counters for it, like 1 counter, or you could draw 1 ice cream cone with sprinkles on top, or you could draw 1 smiley face. But you can't draw 3 smiley faces because that would be 1, 2, 3, and they're only asking us to draw things, or sorry, they're asking us to draw what we know about the number 1. So we don't want to show 3 things, just 1 thing. And then write the number. Oh my goodness, my pencil just broke. Actually, I should grab a new pencil real quick. And you'll write the number 1, pull down once, and then you're done. That's the way to make 1. And then down here, you're going to model, or you're going to draw me a picture to show what you know about the number 2. You could draw 2 smiley faces. You could draw the number 2. You could draw 2 counters and color those in so I know they're not circles. And then write your number 2 on the line. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. Nice work. On this is your time to practice that on your own. Count how many there are of the pictures and write it on the line. This is an example for you. 1 tiger, the number 1. On the back, all the instructions are down here. So it says count and tell how many cubes there are. So how many cubes, write it on the line. Number here, it says trace the number. And how many counters would you place in the 5 frame? This is a review from last week. So in our 5 frame, how many counters do you need to place in here if there's a number 2 here? And how many counters, if there's a number 1, do you place over here? And where do you put it? I'll give you a hint. Start from this side, right? Okay, so when you're done, send me a picture of this page, please.